Hello party people, what's up? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Tori. Thank you so much for being here today. For today's video, we are doing one of my favorite series here on my channel, and that is where I break down my seasonal mood board for you all. I love making a mood board right before or in the beginning of a new season, just because I feel like it really forces me to hone in on what's currently inspiring me, what my current vibe is, kind of outside forces, aka algorithms and current trends and all those kinds of things. I always like making these videos because when I make a mood board, I feel like I'm able to get all of the millions of random ideas that are floating into my head onto the page, whether that be virtual or not. So before I go searching for images or anything like that, I like to think about the events or the things I have going on in the upcoming season that are very exciting, things that I might potentially want to wear really fun and cute outfits for, things like that. In the fall time, I will be going to the Midwest to hang out with my friends, and I just love Midwest falls. Haven't had one in like 2 years, so I'm very excited to pull out more sweaters and be a little bit more cozy this fall. One thing I really want to do more this season, is go to more vintage and interesting movie theaters around Los Angeles. I moved back here over the summertime, and I feel like there are so many incredible movies coming out, but also when it gets relatively colder, it's also just so much more fun to go to the movies, and there's a plethora of really cool theaters and vintage theaters here in the city that I really want to explore. So those were kind of the two things that were on the top of my mind, and then kind of related to going to the movies, but I've also been heavily inspired by movies, especially during the fall time. So I was just thinking about some of the movies that I constantly go to for inspiration, such as my favorite rom-com, which is You've Got Mail, and then I was thinking about some of my current new faves like Party Girl starring Parker Posey. So you'll see some of those images in my mood board. So without further ado, let's get into the mood board. I scooched over, so I hope I'm still in focus. I also hope you can hear me. I do have to blast a fan because we are going through a second heat wave here in Los Angeles. So I take all of my inspiration images mostly from Pinterest, and I make this on Procreate. Let's start with the background images and we'll go clockwise. So starting from the top left, we have a still from a movie that I watched recently that I loved, which is Party Girl starring Parker Posey. I loved so much about this movie. I loved the fashion, I loved the music. It is definitely a relic of its time with certain scenes, but overall I really enjoyed it. It's about this party girl played by Parker Posey who kind of has to get her life together when her great aunt gets her a job at a library in New York City. I thought it was such a fun movie. I feel like we need more girl failure movies in media. Moving on to the right, we have this beautiful editorial image of Taylor Russell. I'm not sure what editorial this is from, but I just love it. I love that she's lounging. I love the casual energy that I get from this photo. I also just love the look of these super slouchy trousers with a turtleneck. I don't know, she's very elegant to me and very classic in her style, so I love having Taylor Russell on my mood board. And then as we move down, there's a background image that you can't really tell what it's from, but I know what it's from. It is a still from one of my favorite movies, which is You've Got Mail. It does have Heather Burns in the photo, but she's being covered by a model that we'll talk about later. The apartment that Meg Ryan's character, Shop Girl, lives in. I'm always going to that movie for interior design and fashion inspiration. And then right below that, I have this image of someone going apple picking. I don't know if we're going to an apple orchard or a winery, but when I go to the Midwest this fall, we will be doing something outdoorsy. It's kind of reminding me to go touch grass in the crisp fall air. So that's that. Clockwise, there's a photo of Sofia Coppola taking a nap on the set of Marie Antoinette. Again, I've really been inspired by movies and going to the movies. This year, Sofia Coppola also released a coffee table book of her film archive featuring behind the scenes photography and inspiration for her filmography up until Priscilla. And I have it and I love it and I love looking at it for inspiration. So she's on here because she is also an inspiration to me. As we keep moving upwards, there's just this background image of someone placing their dresses in front of their windows. I don't know, I just thought this image was cool. It also is kind of serving as a reminder for myself to kind of decorate my space with the trinkets and the things I already have. When I look around my room and my apartment is still a little bit bare, but I'm kind of in the phase of like collecting things that I actually like, or kind of rediscovering things I already own and like styling them in a fun and interesting way. So that includes styling my interiors in a fun and interesting way as well. And then finally, the last background image we have is this pair of legs in these yellow tights in a cinema. Again, I'm all about going to the movies this fall. It's my favorite cozy activity, but I just like love the warmth that this image gives. Again, I just want to be going to more vintage theaters, checking them off my list, and just experiencing the city in that way as well. So yeah, those are all the background images on my mood board. Now let's move on to all of the people on my mood board. So I guess we'll start left to right. Let's start off with Suki Waterhouse. I've been following her music journey for a while now, and I'm so excited. I'm going to be seeing her on tour this fall. So I love Suki Waterhouse. So not only is she on here because I love her and I love her music, and this image kind of evokes the energy that I get from her music, but I also really love this outfit. I'm loving the ruffle detailing. I believe the brand Chloe has recently appointed a new creative director within the last year, and I'm obsessed with everything we're seeing from that brand. I think a lot about like Daisy Edgar Jones and the press tour she did for Twisters, and just so many of these like billowing ruffly outfits. I'm obsessed with this. I really love like a chiffon blouse. I have quite a few in my closet, so this is also kind of serving as a reminder to wear those. Maybe I'll find a few more ruffly blouses as I thrift or go secondhand shopping. The next photo is a photo of myself. If you've been watching these videos for a while, you will be sick and tired of me saying this, but I just love adding myself onto my mood boards. I feel like when people create mood boards online, or like when they're talking about creating vision boards, mood boards, and they don't include photos of themselves, I always think that's so silly. Like, there are definitely parts of your own life that are actually very cool and can be seen as very inspirational or aspirational. So I just love this photo of myself. I took this last fall. I love the elements of this outfit. I still wear all of these pieces, like this Mars Sherwood bag, this Abercrombie vest. The studded belt is a trend that I'm loving and have been loving for almost a year now. And then the black slack. I feel like those slacks are very much in tune with like the slacks that Taylor Russell's wearing on my mood board as well, but just kind of like bringing back that kind of tailored style that I loved to wear last fall. I want to bring that back again this fall. Wear those same pieces, get some use out of the clothing I already own. To the right of me is a person who is mixing athletic wear with some of my favorite pieces. Now, for the longest time, I was really against the whole incorporating like athletic shorts with like a feminine blouse and loafers. Not because I thought it was ugly, but just because I was like, I don't think I would wear that in real life. That wasn't until I thrifted a really good pair of shorts, and now I'm obsessed with this combination. I have this model on here and I love all the elements of this outfit, and I already have similar items in my closet. So this is kind of serving as like an outfit formula inspiration. We have the baseball cap, an oversized bag, a white billowy feminine blouse, which is something I always love to wear, the athletic shorts, and then loafers with socks. I feel like it feels like a very simple outfit formula, but that's definitely one I want to bring back this fall, especially since I don't think we're going to be getting very crisp fall air in California anytime soon. And then to the right of this model is a model from, I believe, the Gucci Fall and Winter 2024 runway. In my spring and summer mood board, I had like denim micro shorts on there, and I couldn't find any that fit me well or that were in my budget over the summer, but I still love the look of a micro short, and I love the way that these micro shorts are leather and styled with this trench coat. Like, this is kind of giving me like secondhand inspiration. I definitely want to find something like this, whether it's a black leather micro short or maybe like a suede micro short, just something of that nature, because I think it looks super cool. This model is also kind of serving as inspiration because she's wearing a gray cardigan underneath, and I recently got like this cardigan two-piece from Reformation that I want to find fun ways to style this fall. Just everything about this outfit is just so California fall to me, and I really want to find ways to style the pieces I already own like this, or also maybe find a few gaps in my wardrobe to fill. I also really like this outfit because I feel like it's kind of giving me inspiration on how to style a cardigan but make it like kind of flirty. Finally, we have a Loewe model on the middle bottom. I realized as I was making my shopping my closet for fall video that I have quite a few suede pieces in my collection. So this model is kind of serving as a reminder to style those suede pieces. I have a lot of black and gray suede in particular, so this is kind of serving as that inspiration. I also really love the baggy detailing of the pants. I've recently been in like a baggy jeans era. I've been wearing the same pair from Madewell for like a better part of the year, so I want to find another pair of like fun slouchy pants, whether that's a pair of denim, a pair of trousers, or maybe in this case a pair of suede trousers. Who knows? I've also been really loving the belt detailing and kind of like the resurgence of the belt. I feel like belts are cool again, as silly as that sounds. Like, obviously belts are like a mainstay in so many people's wardrobes, but I love that the belt detailing is coming back into purses and bags and accessories. Belts themselves are getting a revamp. I'm seeing so many more belt detailing on pants and tops and everything like that. So again, this giant belt buckle is really like, it's signifying a lot for me. And then finally, the last thing on this mood board is this ring. It's from Mondo Mondo. I'm really into the look of like the chunky rings with like the chunky irregular jewels in them. I've been trying to find some in my size, but it's just been like really difficult. I think it's just because jewelry brands are not that inclusive, and it's so funny because I feel like I have pretty normal sized fingers, but the jewelry industry tells me otherwise because nothing goes past a size 8 ring, and I'm a little upset about it. Okay, I'm looking for rings. I'm also really into, I don't have it represented on this mood board, but I'm also really into the cuff and the bangle trend that we kind of saw really popularized over the summer. Like, I think that trend is so cool, but are people making bangles and bracelets in my wrist size? No. If they are, they're like $500, and that's just like not in my budget. But regardless, there are quite a few jewelry trends that I've been seeking out and trying to find this fall, and the chunky ring is definitely one of them. That is it for my mood board. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this gives you inspiration to create your own fall mood board and to kind of go through your own journey of inspiration. If you want to see more of me, feel free to follow me on my socials. I'll link them all down below, and I'll see you very soon for the next one. Bye!